Hello, thank you for joining me for another beer review then. Right, I'm going to start doing a few more kind of supermarket beers. I've still got some real kind of specialised imperial stouts down in the fridge, but I don't want to go through everything I've been aging for a while, so until circumstances change I'm going to do some of the easier accessible beers from UK supermarkets and things like that. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to the Box Steam Brewery, and this is their Tunnel Vision. As you can see, it's from Wiltshire, Holt in Wiltshire, and this is an amber bitter ale, as you can see, coming in at 4.2% ABV. There's a black bottle cap on this one. I purchased this beer at Aldi. They've done a kind of a recent thing, whether it's nationwide or I think it is, like a deal thing. My local one has got about 17 or 18 different beers and one or two ciders, stuff like that. So I thought I'd give this brewery a go. I have had one of their beers many years ago before reviewing and Untapped. And I don't think it was the beer, it was on cask, and it was an old cask basically in a bar that doesn't really do cask beer, so you know what I mean, that was new to them at the time, about 5 years ago, and they put it on and they think they didn't get ale how it works. You can't have a cask on for over a week, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened with that one, so I'm not going to ignore that. So this beer in a glass, yeah, nice kind of amber colour, English bitter, traditional English style. I don't know what hops or anything are in this. I've got a little bit of information on the back, but doesn't go into kind of tasting notes or anything like that, which is good. So yeah, gentle carbonation, half a finger, pure white frothy head. Let's see where my palate is. I mean, with these styles of beers, I haven't had many bitters recently, so let's get an aroma then. Yeah, typical nice kind of fruity sweetness going on there, apple core, there's a slight maltiness coming through, more like a kind of a slightly toffee edge to it, maybe a bit of brown sugar kind of tinge. Smells beautiful though, so let's give this a try. Cheers. Nice sweetness there. Nice slightly sweet malt, caramel. And then again them hedgerow fruits, maybe some red currants. Very plain, very simple, very clean, very refreshing. Very drinkable. 4.2. Give me a case of it now, you know. It's one of them beers. This is not all about big flavours, the English style bitter, as most of you guys probably know. But anyone for watching in America, this is not one of them. Wow, it's not a wow beer, you know, compared to some of the maybe the ESB style, that kind of thing. I'd imagine this is great on cask. It's unfiltered. It's a lower end of a medium body. It's probably not even a medium body to it, to be honest. Very light, crisp, refreshing. It's nice to, when your palate's not used to the style, and drinking real big hop bombs and stuff like that, this is not going to compare to them. It's not meant to. It's different, completely different. But when you haven't had a certain, say, English style bitter for a while and you go back to it, it's a real nice change. Give me 10 beers or so reviews time and I'm still doing these, then maybe it may drop off a little bit for my palate. But if you're used to drinking this style of beer, you know, a lot of people drink English style bitters all of the time. They go out, cask, yeah, one of those. They generally stick with a style. Sometimes stick with the same one or two beers, and then they know what they're getting all the time. A lot of people do like to know what they're getting out of a beer, which is fine as well, you know. I just like to try different stuff. Like, there's quite a few people that do as well, so, and that's cool too. It's a good thing about beer, you can just do what you want. There's no rule to it, although some people out there like to think there is, but then they're called beer snobs. There's not much to it, to be honest. I say 4.2%. This is a 500ml bottle, brown bottle as well, so that's good. It's got a date on the back, on the actual neck here, the best before, which I know some people don't like, but being the English style beers, I don't think that matters quite so much, previous to what I've said in the past. This is the best for August of 2018, so what we today, the 17th of September. So yeah, Tunnel Vision is a well-rounded light amber bitter, clean tasting with a slight bitterness on the finish. Not picking up the bitterness for my palate, because I don't know what the IBUs are to this beer, but it's not going to be very much, I don't think. Ingredients: water, malted barley, wheat, hops, and that's it. Excuse me. Have they got a website? I will put the information down below. See if there's a website or something. There must be. There always is these days. Yeah, boxsteambrewery.com. I'll put all the links down below. But yeah, this is a regular one from Aldi at the moment, from my local Aldi. I think they've got a porter. Yeah, funnel blower, and this is Tunnel Vision. So yeah, apparently the funnel blower is supposed to be quite a nice beer. So hopefully I can get another beer from a different style from this brewery in the future. But the bitter, yeah, it's not unoffensive, it's nothing spectacular, it's solid, it's decent, it's what you kind of expect for being the English style bitter. So for me, for a rating then, if I saw this on pump somewhere, I'd be like, and there's not much else going on, I'd definitely buy it again for sure. I may even buy one or two more bottles just for hangouts, or just generally having a beer without having to pull it apart. And because sometimes it's just I can't be bothered to do reviews. Sometimes, you know, it's very difficult to explain. If you're sitting there watching, you don't review and stuff. But sometimes you just want a beer. It's one of them solid go-to kind of easy drinking, nothing wow, but just, yeah, enough to chill you out after a day's work or whatever. So for a rating then, I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. That's a 6 out of 10 from me. If you've had this beer before from the Box Steam Brewery, is it Box Steam? Steam Box Brewery, or Box Steam, what the hell, what way around is it? Box Steam Brewery. So it says Steam at the top and then Box in the middle, so in a box. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. If anyone's had the funnel blower, put your comments down below. I know one or two of my good friends here on BeerTube have had that one. I don't know if anyone has. Oh, I think Mr. Stuart Pickard over at Ginger Ale Trail has done this, but about 4 years ago, something like that. Anyway, I'm gassing now. Thanks for watching then. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That'd be really cool. Give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers.